Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making one of the most amazing dishes I think I've ever made, and it is a short rib birria sandwich. This is so good, I cannot wait to get started. To get started, we are going to be taking 3 different types of dried peppers. I'm using an ancho, a guajillo, and a chipotle pepper. I'm doing 3 of each, and you'll want to remove the stems and all the seeds. The seeds will create a lot of spice, and as spicy as this recipe might sound, I promise you it's not that spicy at all. So once you remove all of the seeds and the stems from your peppers, you'll have 9. You'll want to dice up 1 medium-sized yellow onion. In a large Dutch oven or pot, go ahead and add all of your peppers. You're going to want to char these on just medium heat. Do not add anything else to it for about 2 minutes, and then we're going to add some garlic. I added about 10 cloves of garlic in here, and I'm just going to let that wilt down until it's fragrant. Once you've had a couple minutes, you're starting to see the peppers get a little oily, then you can add 2 cups of water. Let that stew down for about 5 to 7 minutes. You'll start to see that gorgeous color coming out of your peppers. To a food processor, you will add your chilies, your onions, and I added a can of chipotle peppers with adobo sauce. I feel like it gives it a really great smoky flavor. Put that on the food processor until it's nice and well blended. We're going to remove that and we're going to use it later in the dish. Now it's time to cook our short ribs. To each of your short ribs, add a little salt and pepper and garlic salt. We're going to coat that. Then we're going to add it back into our Dutch oven or your pot. I'm just going to sear this on all of its sides. That way it locks in that moisture and it makes it so much better at the end. So go ahead and sear that with a little bit of olive oil in your Dutch oven. When it's finished, we are going to be covering it with that delicious chili sauce. Once everything has been seared, we're going to be adding 4 cups of beef bone broth. Then we're going to add back in our chili paste. I like to season this with some oregano, some black pepper, salt, a couple cinnamon sticks, and some bay leaves, and we're going to actually cook this for 4 hours. So while our short ribs are cooking, I'm going to prep all the things we need to make our sandwich. I'm chopping up a little red onion. I'm going to get this as thin and fine as I can. Then I'll be chopping up some fresh cilantro. For the sandwich, I highly suggest a nice hearty piece of bread. This is a French baguette, but you could also use a slice of really thick sourdough. Now that our short ribs are nice and cooked, we're going to slowly remove those, but I wanted you to see how beautiful that birria consomme looks. Oh my God, I cannot wait to try this. So we're gonna remove all of the short ribs from your Dutch oven or your pot, and we're gonna actually mix that all up. Make sure that you take out the bay leaves and the bones. Once you have everything removed from the pot, we are going to start straining it so we can get the really rich, beautiful part of the birria consomme out of the pan. I actually like to save half of the thick paste that will come from this, so you can actually separate the consomme from the paste. I will use the paste later to actually marinate chicken in, which is also a really great way to not waste anything. Once you get it all strained, go ahead and set it aside. I'm going to mix up all of our shredded short ribs. This way we can get it onto the sandwich. I like to add about 1/4 cup of that really nice fine diced red onion to my birria, and then I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. To make our sandwiches, all we're gonna do is add a little bit of olive oil to both sides of the bread, and we're gonna toast both sides prior to putting the meat on it. I like to do this, that way it's crunchy throughout the entire sandwich. I'm going to add a little of that paste I told you I saved earlier to both sides of the bread. Then I'm gonna be adding on some cheese. I'm going with a white cheddar for this, but you could also do some jack cheese or any cheese of your choice. I'm going to add some red onions to this as well as some cheese on the other side. That way both sides get cheese. To keep the cheese from falling out, go ahead and let the short rib be your glue. Once you have all of that on your sandwich, go ahead and add it to, I'm using a cast iron skillet, but you can use anything to just sear on a very low medium heat. We don't want this puppy to burn. Once you have the sandwich toasted, go ahead and cut it in half. Look how delicious and melty and juicy this sandwich looks, but that's not where we stop. Go ahead and prepare a bowl for each of the people enjoying this sandwich of that birria. Go ahead and dip it inside and absolutely devour and enjoy. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. It is linked down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video real soon. Bye.